Hello and welcome to another Minisode of Not Without My Sister, in which sisters Beatrice Mac Cabe, myself, and Rosemary Mac Cabe, my sister, talk about fascinating topics and enlighten you all with our wit, wisdom, and absolute profound knowledge about many, many topics. Hello, Rosemary.
Hello, Beatrice. I'm really glad you said that because I've done a lot of research about this week's minisode.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, what research do you need to do? This is all about names. So, Rosemary, how did you feel about your own name growing up? It's a very beautiful name. I think we talked about this briefly at length, actually. But how did you feel about it?
We did talk about this briefly
at length.
I don't think I ever had a problem with it except when it was translated to Irish for the 8 years of primary school when I was called Rosemary, and I hated that.
Oh, I thought you were a gubnut.
No. What were you?
A Beatrice. Beatrice. A Beatrice. No, I mean, they never tried to change my name. They knew better.
Yours should have been Gubnut.
I know. Abigail was Gubnut. Our cousin Abigail was Gubnut. But I mean, she looks
so
like
Gubnut is just the name they gave anyone whose name that was
in fairness, she looks like a Gubnut. I mean, I could see she'd come my way and I'd be like, oh, it's Gubnut. Gubnut town.
I was about to say poor Gubnut.
Poor Gubnut. Oh, poor Gubnut.
Poor her. Yeah, I mean, I never really minded my name. And actually, now that I've got a bit older and I have a bit of a penchant for like old lady names on babies, like I think I'd quite like to call a baby Ethel or Kitty.
Kitty's cute.
Maisie.
Maisie's cute, but that's our granny's name. But also
Maisie's... What?
That's our granny's name and that's cute.
Yeah, that's our granny's name. And I also think that's got more... It's more common now. Like I know a few people with
I wouldn't say common. I'd say more popular.
No. I don't mean common pejoratively.
Yeah, popular.
More popular. Yes.
Because, oh my God.
What about you? Oh, listen. If Holy God blessed you with a girl now, what would you call her?
I'd call her a miracle.
What's miracle backwards? You know, there's some people call their girls Nevea because it's heaven backwards. Have you heard that?
Eklerim. El Karim. Yeah, no, I'm not calling that a girl.
Better.
I was thinking, I thought of a really great name the other day. I really liked Sage when I was pregnant. Then I was like, oh, it's ridiculous. Sounds like, I was thinking of the herb. And then I was like, people are going to be like thinking that think she's some kind of like soothsayer. No. Tallulah was number one to me. Tallulah. For years. But then everybody in Britain, like all of these, you know, distant relations
Sadie,
of the Queen, etc., started calling their kids Tallulah. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I had a really good one the other day. Like, oh, what was it? And I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm having terrible insomnia recently. And
what do you mean recently? For the last year?
Oh, I'm having even more atrocious insomnia recently. Like last night I was up from 2 till 5. Actually, every night this week I've been up from 2 to... By up, I mean lying in bed. And also my hands have started tingling. I'm like, am I having carpal tunnel? Do I have diabetes? Are my hands sore from gardening and holding my phone? All these questions and no answers.
Do both of your hands be tingling or just one?
Well, one tingled for a while, then they both tingled. Then I'm like, I doubt carpal tunnel like happens simultaneously in both hands, does it? Like, I don't know.
No. Although actually pins and needles in your limbs can apparently be a signal of multiple sclerosis, but not if it's both hands.
Thanks for that happy thought. I also thought of that.
Because I started getting pins and needles in my arms at one stage. Like basically my arms would just fall asleep and so would my legs sometimes. And
like when you're awake?
Yeah.
In bed was like, or up?
No, up. Uh-huh. Like I'd just be sitting in a chair and then I would stand up and fall over because my leg had gone completely dead.
Oh, that's really embarrassing. It's super embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. And the doctor was basically like, no, if it was multiple sclerosis, it would just be one area, like it kept happening in one area.
So what was it?
She never got to the bottom of it. Then she was basically like, try and lose some weight. She was crap.
Try and lose some weight. Well, I do know, like I've started sleeping in the most ridiculous positions. Like I have my arms flung way up above my head, but mainly it's a defense mechanism. Because last night when I tried to have my arms down by my side, I'm very consciously trying to, the baby rolled over in the middle of the night and just gave me a massive face slap. Right, so that's partly why my arms are up, because they're protecting me against the loving face slaps that come in the middle of the night. The dog, Dawn, not to go into too much intimate detail. No, joking. No, honestly, I recently
50
heard
Shades of Vom.
No, all jokes aside, I recently heard somebody was giving me advice about how to get the baby out of the bedroom, like beyond, put the baby out of the bedroom. They knew somebody who'd had a similar situation. Like right now, this finger, my index finger, is tingling. The tip of it is tingling, but I wonder if I'm just divining something. If something is coming, money is coming my way. No. Anyway, and they said what they did was they put a mattress in the bedroom. And they put the baby on the mattress, or the baby, in my case, the 2-year-old, on the mattress. And it was kind of like a migration towards, independent sleeping. Genius, says I. Said to Don, let's put the mattress in the bed, in the bedroom. Genius, right? So Don immediately, like I've never seen him move with such haste, runs into the spare bedroom, pulls the mattress off the bed, puts it on the floor in the bedroom, sets it up all gorgeous for the baby.
What do you think? Making a very skeptical face.
Oh, this is a real story.
I think the dog immediately lay in the mattress.
No. What do you think would happen? What do you think our sleeping arrangement was last night?
Don slept on the mattress.
Don has been sleeping on the mattress for the last 4 nights and having the best night's sleep. I am in the bed with the baby being face slapped. This is what's happening.
And what happens when you try to put the baby on the mattress?
The baby laughs. Then the baby jumps up. The baby jumps in the bed. The baby now pats the pillow beside him and points to the parent he wants on that pillow. Then he takes his bottle, he begins to drink it, and he looks for a device with which he would like to watch kids' YouTube before he goes to bed for an appropriate amount of time. Yes, I am
what's an appropriate amount of time?
Oh, it's about an hour and a half. I am an excellent parent, really good routine.
I wonder though, sorry, back to the point of this minisode. I wonder if things would have been different if Fox was Tallulah.
Oh, God, yeah, I'd probably be on the mattress. Donna be in the bed, like going, she's an angel. She's an angel. Instead, he's like, he's a brat. I'm going to go on this mattress. I was like, I don't really understand, but I was very gratified because I was a bit worried that Dawn was maybe having too good of a night's sleep. So I was very gratified when I woke up in the middle of the night and saw Dawn compressed to the upper half of the mattress, bent at an angle that I've never seen him bent before.
The dog.
Daisy, yes, fully spread eagled, like on the bottom half of the mattress. And I was like, yes, that is justice.
Well, our cats have started sleeping on the bed with us, which they didn't really used to do. They started doing it when it got cold, but now they haven't stopped. So basically, I get into bed and I try to find a space that my legs will fit in, either in between the cats or between the cat and the edge of the mattress. And then at some point during the night, I get really annoyed and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Pathetic. It's actually
Can't
pathetic.
Be a slave to these
it is
cats,
ridiculous.
And I push them out of the way.
What would Mom think? Mom's listening now. What do you think Mom is thinking? Ridiculous.
Why would you let the animals in the bed? And oh God, I tell you, the other day I couldn't find Quillon for ages and then I realised she was in on your bed. Exactly what Mum's thinking.
Okay, so more to the point. If you had a little baby, a boy or a girl, what name would you have chosen? I obviously have given you 4 examples of real life boys' names that I have chosen. Nash, Bo, Chance, Fox. 2 girls' names that I would have chosen. Tallulah for the first 7 years. Then I became turned off, Sage, Elle, Cimarron. I can't remember what we said. And
I don't like Sage because it's too much of a trendy Instagram colour at the moment. I think that's what would put me off.
Well, it wouldn't have been. I would have been hitting a trend like right on the nose.
You would have, but you would have been way ahead of the trend. You know what? Like, I think before I met Brandon, I remember looking at names a couple of years ago now, and I started looking up Scandinavian names, and I quite liked Lorsten for a boy, Lorstn, Ten. Or
thanks, Rosemary. I actually could spell that
Austin.
before. I actually understood how to spell that before you misspelled it for me. But thanks.
Well, just in case any of our listeners couldn't quite visualize it. And I also liked Austin, Osten, as opposed to like
Austyn.
No, not Austin, Osten. So annoying. I don't know why you ask me questions. You ask me questions and you just wait for me to like
the ridiculous
step in some
the
tracks that
spelling.
you've laid for me.
I like Mondays, Mondays. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, before I met Brandon, I quite liked these Scandinavian names. But then I don't feel like if we had a baby, I don't feel like any Scandinavian names would go with William and Finnegan. Not to mention the fact that Brandon is absolutely 100% against any of these names that he thinks are weird.
But Brandon's name is unique in and of itself. Brandin. Brandon.
Thank you for spelling that for me. I could possibly have spelled that myself.
I don't think you could have, because it's so unique and unusual. Unusuil.
So unique. No, yeah, it is. It is unusual. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't see it like that.
Okay,
I also really like
imagine
Kitty.
Brandon's not a part of this. What names would you actually like for your kids?
Well, I can't imagine Brandon's not a part of Beatrice. He's my husband now.
Oh,
Do you know if I'm
my
married
God.
now?
Yeah, but Rosemary, now that you're actually married,
He's my forever.
Now you actually get to ignore him. So what are the actual names
Good
that
point.
you'd like for your baby?
So I do really like Kitty, but the problem is not kind of related to Brandon, but not really. Now that I live in America, I said this to the boys one day. I said, how do you like the name Kitty for a girl? And they both went, Kissy. Kissy, like, Kissy. And I was like,
They
no,
didn't say Kitty.
They
didn't say Kitty. They said Kitty. Kitty?
Yeah, exactly. But they didn't understand what I was saying.
Kitty. Like put
So I had
some
to go,
money in the kitty.
Kitty.
Put some money in the kitty.
And then I don't like Kitty.
Okay.
I do like Maisie, but I also don't know if it's corny because our cousin has a baby named Maisie.
It's not corny. It's fine. And it has family.
else?
It has family meaning.
Yes, which is cute.
What about if you have a boy? Would you like to use the name that I didn't get to use because the Troll movie came out at the same time? Branch. I loved that name, and I absolutely wanted to call Chance Branch, and nobody would have it, including you.
No, I don't like it. And it also just reminds me of Michelle Branch, that every time I'd look at my child, I'd think, goodbye to you.
Who is Michelle Branch?
Goodbye
what is this
to
song?
everything that I knew.
What is this song?
It's a Michelle Branch song. I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
No, I don't like Branch. I like Eddie for a baby.
Oh, Eddie's cute.
I think it's cute.
Eddie's cute. But in your case, because Brandon has an I at the end, you'd have to call him Iddy. Iddy. But that could be cute.
Iddy. Brandon, you know what? Sorry, I know this isn't about Brandon. You know what he told me he likes? Richard.
That's nice, Rosemary.
There was another one that I was literally like,
lovely.
But I was literally like, what kind of royalist are you?
That's
Richard
nice, Rosemary.
No.
Although the other day, Nash, age 10 since last week, told me that he couldn't understand why anybody would give their child a name that can be shortened to Dick. So, just saying. Say that to Brandon. What's Brandon's response to that?
I think Dick is kind of a powerful name.
Dick.
I don't think I've ever met any Dicks.
Dick is what? I read a lot of books by Dicks, including Dick Francis.
Oh yeah, Richard K. Dick.
Oh yeah, well said.
Thanks. I'm trying to think. Do I know any? I mean, my friend Kira's brother's name is Richard, but they don't call him Dick. I think sometimes they call him Dickie, but maybe only when they're trying to annoy him.
What if they're like Dick Wallace? Because that's your last name now, Rosemary. Mrs. Brandon Wallace. Dick Wallace. Oh. It sounds
Dick Wallace sounds like a.
But it sounds like they could cut out the wall.
Dick Wallace.
They could Dick less. Basically, I think it's a bad name. You tell Brandon that's a bad name. What else do you have?
Rowan.
No, what other names did Brandon have? Charles.
Oh yes, sorry, yes.
Charles.
Richard.
Is Charles a real one?
God, Beatrice, if it's ever been on a royal, he loves it. He loves it. I think he quite likes Philip as well. I was like, no.
Friedrich?
I mean, I know Philip's our dad's name, like lovely dad. What?
Friedrich? That's a royal name. Probably.
No. That's too foreign for Brandon.
Oh.
There was some name that
Harry.
I
do like Harry. I do like Harry. And that's a family name too. I love Harry, actually.
Who in our family's name?
Our grandfather was named Harry. Our great-grandfather.
Oh, didn't know that. No, I don't like Harry.
Oh, I love Harry. It's so cute.
Harry just makes me think of like Tories.
Rosemary, don't be such a hater. It's also a royal name, so I thought it might appeal to Brandon. If you wanted to go somewhere in the middle, that could be Brandon's name.
Don't even tell him. Don't even make him think of Harry. I also liked Rhiannon.
Rihanna?
But then Brandon pointed out Rhiannon.
Oh, no, Rosemary. No.
But then Brandon pointed out that Rhiannon would spend her whole life spelling it for people.
Oh, well, I really like
Or being called
Fardurca.
Rihanna.
I really like Fardurca, which is the Irish for Ferdinand. And Mother would not let me use it because she's like, imagine how people are going to have to spell it the whole time. And also the translation is like dark man. So I thought, luckily this was well in advance of 2020. And Mother had the foresight to prevent me from making a rather large mistake.
Mother was very woke when
Thank
you were
you.
not.
No, she wasn't very woke, but thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. Mother said this was not a saint's name.
That would have been
That's
bad.
what Mother said. This is not a saint's name.
Brandon nearly fell off a seat yesterday when I told him that Rafe Fiennes' name is Rafe and not Ralph. He was literally like, what do you mean? And I was like, it's Rafe. And he's like, but it says Ralph. I was like, no, it's pronounced Rafe. And he was like, how could it be pronounced Rafe when it's written as Ralph? So then I wrote down Dunleary for him and he's still recovering.
God bless him. Does he know that his name is Brandon? Why does he expect us to call him Brandon? This is a double standard if ever I heard one.
We call him Brandon.
I call him Brandon and he doesn't ever look happy.
I call him Brandy and he gets really annoyed.
Oh, Brandy's good. I like to call Don Donnie and he hates it too. And to whoever
What did Mom call Don one day?
To whoever
Don John.
What? Don John?
Remember when Mom called Don John or something? She's like, "Where's John John?"
God, Mom's weird. Like, sorry, Mom. It's very creepy though when Mom and Dad come and visit. I think. I mean, I'm not even going to start saying I think it's because of this reason, but like I just want to say they both start with D and have 3 letters in their name. I end up calling Don Dad the whole time. It is so unbelievably creepy. I'm like, "Hey, Dad, time to go to bed." Oh, it's like really gross, and he absolutely gets into there's no tolerance on Don's part now for this slip up.
Oh my God, sorry. Speaking of borderline incest, I had the weirdest
I was
dream
not
last
speaking
night.
about borderline incest, but okay, thanks.
Well, if John was your dad, you would. But okay, I had the weirdest dream. Sorry, it wasn't last night, it was the other night. That I was somehow in flagrante with some random man, not Brandon.
Your dad?
This must have been my body's... No, Beatrice.
Rosemary,
I'm
Dad's
getting
probably
to the
listening
incest
to
part in a
this.
second.
That's so gross.
Why are you listening? Dad's probably listening to this. You're suddenly getting embarrassed at the thought of it. I don't care if Dad's
I'm
listening to this.
mortified on Dad's behalf.
I had a dream that I was in flagrante with some stranger, and he then asked me if I'd like to have a threesome and did I think my sister would like to join me. And I said, "That would be disgusting. Why don't we ask your sister?" And he looked at me as if I was honestly a piece of turd in his shoe, and he said, "Rosemary, my sister's 3.
Rosemary, gross. What is this dream?
Shamed in my dream.
I'm ashamed of your dream. I'm ashamed of you in general. Like, I don't know why I was part of this sexual dream for you, Rosemary. That's really alarming to me.
You weren't. I was having a sexual dream and he brought my sister into it and it immediately turned
Rosemary,
into something
he
different.
being your brain. Your brain brought me into it. I am now horrified. You are weird.
We'd love to know what you called your children. And were you influenced in any way by trends, by what's popular or not popular? I'd especially love to know if you had a name that you were going to call a child and you told someone and they totally put you off. That's what I'd like to know. So we can give out about them.
Okay, I'm just still horrified by this dream you had, and I would just like to move on from this Minisode to something that is going to put my mind at rest. Because I'm sorry, but I just feel really, really awkward now. Thanks for listening.
Sorry, can we also just mention... No. Can we also just mention the fact that you wanted to call one of your children Pilot and I thought you were going to spell it like Pilate?
Oh, no, I mean, Pontius Pilate. No, it was like Pilot, like the flyer, Pilot. Pilot.
Yeah, but I
Rosemary,
but
I can't help what you think
like
or
Pontius.
what you dream. Rosemary, that's in your crazy sick head.
I dreamed a dream of times gone by. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this Minisode. You'll catch us for a full episode on Tuesdays, Minisode on Fridays. If you have 2 seconds and you could rate, review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, that would be very, very much appreciated. Tell your friends, tell your parents, maybe don't tell your sister just for this particular episode because I took it to a weird place at the very end.
You did.
Okay, bye.
When life was young. Is that right? And dreams worth living. That's wrong.
I don't know, I can't remember. I just remember Hugh Jackman crying at Anne Hathaway.
Oh, bless. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Not Without My Sister is produced by Liam Garrity, sound and original music by Don Kirkland, and our original illustration is by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a member of The Warren.
As is our podcast, The Critter Shed.
For more great podcasts, hop along to thewarren.ie.